The United States large cent was a coin with a face value of 1/100th of a United States dollar. Its nominal diameter was 11/8 inch. The first official mintage of the large cent was in 1793, and its production continued until 1857, when it was officially replaced by the modern-size 1-cent coin. Large cents were made of nearly pure copper, or copper as pure as it emerged from smelting, without any deliberate addition of other metals. General history. First struck in 1793, the large cent was coined every year from 1793 to 1857 except 1815. When the United States declared war in 1812 against Great Britain, coinage was affected. The wartime embargo against shipments made it so the mint could not get any new copper planches to strike coins which were imported from Great Britain. The mint made do with what supply it had and struck coins into 1815. After the war ended in 1816, the mint wasted no time in ordering new planches. For an unknown reason no coins were dated 1815 from the supply the mint had in the interim. In addition to the copper shortage, people also hoarded precious metals during the war. The Philadelphia Mint produced all large cents, which contained twice the copper of the half-cent. This made the coins bulky and heavy, bigger than modern-day U.S. quarters. Flowing hair cents. Chain reverse. The obverse featured a bust of Liberty with a reverse of a ring of chains. Henry Voight's design was almost universally criticized in its time for its unattractiveness and perceived allusion to slavery. It bears the distinction, however, of being the first official coinage minted by the United States federal government on its own equipment and premises. 36,103 were minted. Its low survival rate, in addition to its small mintage, coupled with being the first regular federal issue on a one-year design and type, has created an extremely strong demand from generations of numismatists. As a result, all surviving specimens command high prices ranging from $2,000 to $3,000 in the absolute lowest state of preservation to over $500,000 in the highest. Flowing hair cents. Wreath reverse. The mint caved into the intense ridicule later in 1793, and mint director David Rittenhouse ordered Adam Eckfelder to revise the obverse and reverse designs. Liberty's bust was redesigned with even longer, wilder hair, and the chain was removed from the reverse in favor of a wreath. Scholars are undecided as to what plants are depicted in the wreath, with several varieties extant. Total mintage of the wreath reverse numbered about 63,000 pieces. Liberty cap cents. Rittenhouse was dissatisfied with Eckfelder's designs, and with the criticism of the chain cents fresh in his mind, he hired Joseph Reich to do yet another redesign in the denomination's troubled first year. Reich's design faced Liberty to the right and tamed her wild hair. The Phrygian cap was added as an ancient symbol of freedom. The reverse design was revised to a recognizable laurel wreath, and future chief engraver Robert Scot had a hand in several minor revisions to the design over the next 3 years. This design was more successful and it was continued into 1796. In 1795, planches became too thin for the edge lettering because of a weight reduction, so the mint stopped edge lettering on the cent, and the rest of these coins were made with a plain edge. 4 coins from 1795 are known to have a reeded edge. Draped bust cents. Robert Scot redesigned the whole of United States coinage for 1796, applying a new design featuring a bust of Liberty wearing a drapery at the neckline and a ribbon in her flowing hair. The reverse design now featured an olive wreath. As with earlier types, several minor revisions to the design were made in the first few years, with the final 1797 design lasting through the end of the type in 1807. Classic head cents John Reich, assistant to chief engraver Scot, was appointed by new mint director Robert Patterson to redesign Scot's draped bust cent. The so-called classic head derives its name from the fillet worn by Liberty on the obverse. Though the fillet was worn only by male athletes in ancient Greece, the copper used during the years in which classic head cents were minted was of a higher quality, containing less metallic impurity. Consequently, they were softer and more prone to wear and corrode more quickly than issues before or after. As a result, unimpaired, high-grade specimens are especially difficult to obtain and fetch strong premiums when they appear on market, especially with original red or red-brown mint luster. Coronet's cent matron head, or middle dates. As a response to public criticism of the classic head, the mint assigned chief engraver Scot to redesign the cent in 1816. This newest design enlarged the obverse portrait, giving Liberty a much more mature look, and surrounded the portrait with stars along the outer edge of the coin. The matron head design was modified in 1835 to give Liberty a younger look, and matron head cents continued to be made until 1839. Braided hair. All 8 dates facing more negative public reaction. The coronet cents were redesigned in 1835 by new chief engraver Christian Gobrecht. This last major change to the coin updated the obverse by giving Liberty a slimmer, more youthful appearance. Minor tweaks continued through 1843, and the 1843 design prevailed through the end of mintage in 1857. Some 11 years after the large cent was discontinued, a mint employee coined several large cents dated 1868, almost certainly for sale as instant rarities to numismatists. Fewer than a dozen of these unofficial issues, struck in both bronze and copper nickel, are known to survive.